Hey, Aries. If I had $1 for every time I tried to start this reading, we are going to start with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I don't actually have a book for this deck because I accidentally bought the bootleg. It was not my intention. I would have paid full price. I just didn't know. I don't know what's up with this deck because that's been a thing, and it's the only time it's ever happened to me. It was just sent in like a little bag. It was just this in like a plastic wrap. Anyway, but we're gonna go with it anyways. Maybe someday when this one expires, I'll get the real one. Because it's such a lovely deck, and this is actually, it's much smaller, you can tell. It's just like card size. I hope everyone's well. I'm just getting over being sick. That's all I'll say about that. Let's see for an overall energy for Aries at this time. This one's popping out. Fear. Ooh. A waxing gibbous. Well, it says gibbous 2. But at the top it says 11. You see enough of that card where it's kind of just a cloudy card anyways, but there we are. A lot going on. It's a cage, and there's like a sort of womb situation with somebody crouching. Here. And underneath, waxing crescent 5, 7, nourishment, which is lovely. Forgive me for the lingering cough. Okay, so I cleansed my decks right before this from being sick and all that. I sat down, I was like, which decks? I was like, oh, no, I need to cleanse my decks. So it's been 20 minutes since I first sat down. We're going to do a Celtic Cross with the Hush Tarot. Tension in my shoulders. Pull in my neck. I would say that if you're feeling fearful, it's a time to nourish yourself. Not that it'll dissipate everything, but that you'll be in a clearer headspace. I'm so sorry, I'm still stuffy, so I'm going to try to not sniffle. You. What crosses? Headspace. Root of the matter. Recent past. Near future. How you see yourself. How others see you. Hopes and fears. And the outcome. With an underlying energy of Queen of Wands. Which is funny because that's the card that came up in the last reading I actually did. It was a weekend energy reading for 2 weeks ago. I was too sick to do one last week. I did like a little talky video last week. Okay. You. King of Cups. Doesn't look very confident, but he is holding it up confidently. And look, he's doing a little bit of sorcery with the liquid that's in that cup. Interesting. It's like a drink, but it's also creepy. This deck is also just a little creepy. What crosses you? The Sun. The happiest card in the deck. It's a beautiful deck. Such a beautiful deck. Crosses you is not quite feeling that nourishment. Have you been offering your cup too much? Do you need to drink from it yourself a little bit? Not like a getting high on your own supply situation, but maybe you're the one that needs the nourishment. Headspace. Eight of Cups. Yeah, walking away from something that isn't nourishing. This deck is so inspiring. I just want to go paint. I'm like, oh, look at these birds. Okay, so the root of the matter is justice. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get away from the theme of... Oh, naked. Of you needing the nourishment. Are you afraid to do that? Because the stigma with Aries, we'll just say it, is that like the I am. It's like selfish energy. That doesn't always have to be the case. I mean, there's a difference between nourishing yourself and ignoring others, right? And we're all learning these balances every day. Recent past. Ace of Wands. That's super creepy. There was a start of inspiration. And you know what? Maybe what's nourishing to you is taking action on something fantastic for yourself. With the Queen of Wands energy. Doggo. Near future. Ace of Swords. Are you going to have to communicate something? Or something going to be communicated to you? Another creepy card. But Ace of Swords. Swords are air, communication. Mercurial. Huh. How you see yourself. Ace of Pentacles. Look at all these aces. Are you afraid to do something? Because that's going to be so fulfilling. I mean, I would say that's a good problem to have, except it's more problematic than we'd like to give it credit for. So I get it. How others see you. Eight of Swords. Other people see you as stuck. And maybe you are. But that's self-imposed. The Eight of Swords is always, one traditional, like Rider-Waite Smith interpretation is, that you could get yourself out of this. This light is doing crazy, crazy things. I hope the sun just comes out. It's such a beautiful day, but it's gloomy. It's warm out, but gloomy. You could get out of this. Now, we might need to do an advice card or something at the end to figure out what... let's see, okay. Hopes and fears. Two of Swords. That you're going to let yourself stay stuck. You're going to get buried in those fears and remain stagnant. Outcome. Outcome as it stands now. Doesn't mean this is a bad card. It's not a bad card, but it's Seven of Cups. So sitting in that place of being aware of your options, your possibilities, that you have options and possibilities, which is beautiful. That's great. Especially if you are in this Queen of Wands energy with this King of Cups who seems to be a manifester there. If you're manifesting from your heart space, which is the cups in the emotional realm, you'll be able to find a way to magnetize things towards you, like the Queen of Wands. It's that taking action, but there's a lot of action cards here. And the root of the matter is justice would be for you to get that fulfillment. Your own fear is your own inaction. Sorry, there's a plane, so let me take the opportunity. Okay. Okay. I have a thought. Sorry about the sniffles. Oh my goodness. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. Suggestion. Of course, always do what you want, and this isn't really like a controversial suggestion. Say you have, let's say, 3 to 10 things that you're excited to give a shot. Maybe just split it into like 2 piles that says top priority. I mean, you can have it however you want. Like, you could have, like, these are the things I'm most excited about. And, like, these are the secondary things I can get to after these. Or maybe, like, these are what I have the capacity to even accomplish at this time. Maybe these are the things that I'm, like, waiting on funding, or maybe circumstantial, like, it's only something that you're capable of doing, like, in the heat of summer or something. Like, however you distinguish. So, like, determine the viability of what, and then so I guess I should say start, like, write them all on a piece of paper, and then write them into piles, whatever list of priorities, and take that first pile, fold them up, close your eyes, and pick one, and just do it. I feel like if there's any analysis paralysis, you've sorted. So you can't really talk yourself out of that first pile so much, if that makes sense. You'll at least have a harder time talking yourself out of doing anything in that first pile. And if there is a reason, something just, I have all the windows open, so like something moved on the counter. I see her. Yeah. That's what I would do. I don't even feel like I need to pull you an advice card now, because that's what it seems like. Maybe that's where you're at. You've successfully pulled in enough possibilities of inspiration that now are you just, obviously these readings are not for everybody, so maybe this applies to you, maybe it doesn't. But if it does, I would try that little trick, which I haven't done that personally, but I've seen people do it successfully when it comes to, honestly, sculpture, with materials that they want to work with, and, like, possible themes they want to work with. Sometimes they just get overwhelmed because there's, like, it's a huge possibility of things you can do. And they put materials and processes and themes all on little pieces of paper, and then they would pull one from every of those little aspects, and then they would be like, now I decide. It's like, I grab this material, I think of this concept, and I do, I want it to be monolithic, or I want it to be, like, installation. That's kind of what I'm going with here. But I've also seen somebody do it with home projects where they, it's really dorky, but every now and then the YouTube home projects, people working on stuff, they did, like, this wheel, and it just popped up a few days ago. And they did this wheel of, like, house projects when they were, like, kind of overwhelmed by all that they had to do. They spun the wheel and they picked one, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And I mean, I think there was, like, once or twice where they had to be like, we don't even have the materials to do that yet, so we are going to set that one aside, but we're going to leave it on the wheel. Right? Oh, I'm excited for you. Hopefully that helps. And it's so random. It's so random. But I hope that helps. Look at this lighting. Oh my god, I hope the sunshine stays out. It's really strange, but I hope it stays sunny. We'll see. We're gonna go for a walk, and I hope you are well. Love you.